Our last roof we're going to design here is a gambrel roof, and so this time I'm just going to leave it in this kind of isometric view. I will then click the drop down under the roof button on the architecture tab, and I'm going to click roof by extrusion. It's going to ask us to pick a work plane, and so I'm going to make sure that radio button's selected. I'll click OK, and I'm going to come down here on this roof, and I'm going to select this outside line here for the wall. I'm going to say that I want my roof to be attached to level 2. Click OK, and then I'm going to click on front so I can get, I'll hit escape a couple times. Then I'm going to click on front, and so I can get a good look at what I'm working at. The first thing I'm going to do on my wall here, where my roof is going to be attached, I'm going to click the line tool, and I'm going to find the center of that wall. I know it's the center when I get the triangle. So when I have that, I'm just going to draw a line straight up. I'm going to make the line go up about 20 feet. So I have my line in the middle. I drew it up about 20 feet or so. The distance really doesn't matter. You want it to be pretty tall because I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So I'm going to click on the end point of the wall, and I'm going to go up in a direction. I'm going to type in a number though. And so let's make this first pitch, let's make it 12 inches that way. And then I'm going to draw a horizontal line, and I'm going to make it again 12 inches. And then I'm going to use my line tool, and I'm going to draw a line between those 2 points. And that's the pitch of the roof. From there I can get my trim and extend tool, and I can say I want to extend. I did that wrong, so I'm going to hit undo. I'm going to say I want to extend my line to that point. And so I clicked on this midline first, then I clicked on my other line. You could mirror this over if you wanted to. Sometimes it's easy for me just to do it again really quick, and so I'm going to type in 12 inches and 12 inches. I'll click these 2 points to make sure that angle is going to be correct on my roof. I'll click trim and extend. I'll click the line that I want to extend to. You can see the preview, and we'll extend out. So you can see that that'll be the overview of our roof. Next thing we're going to want to do is I'm going to draw another vertical line. I'm going to come over from the edge about 4 feet 6 inches, and I'm going to draw a line straight up to where it intersects that roof line. So I'll do the same thing on the other side. 4 feet 6. I'll draw a line straight up. It doesn't intersect. I'll make it intersect. So there we go. And then from there, I'm going to draw a second line, and this time I'm going to angle that line. And let's just look at an angled number. I'm going to make it 30 degrees. So from here, I'm going to come in from that point 30 degrees. If you look, I'm not on the end point here, so I'm going to have to do that again. So I'll right click on that, hit escape. I'll right click and delete that line, and I'll do it again. So I'm going to make sure I get the square where I'm on the end point, and then I will make the line again 30 degrees to there. I'll make another one from this point, and I'll connect it right to that. And then I'm going to have a lot of deleting and trimming to do. And so I'm just going to click on that line. Let's trim them. So once you have that taken care of, we're going to use this big long sketch to create the shape of our roof. And so what I'm going to want to do is I'll click my trim and extend tool. I'll click this line first right here, and then I'll click the line that I want to keep. And so I'll click that line, and it gets rid of this other part. Again, I'll click this line, and then I'll click the line I want to keep, and it gets rid of that part. I can come in here then and I can delete the rest of these lines out that I don't need, and what we're going to end up with is a gambrel roof. So again, I'm just clicking on those, and you can either hit the delete key on your keyboard or right click and say delete. Alright, so this is the shape of our roof that we're going to want. The next thing I'm going to do is click offset. We are going to want to offset all these lines, and it's offsetting a foot, which is exactly what we need because our roof is going to be 1 foot. So then I can come in and I can select all these other lines. You can hold down Control and select them all at once if you want, and right click and say delete. And you can finish that sketch, and you can see that it created that gambrel style roof that we want. Alright, if you look at it, it's way too big right now. It extends clear back here into our other roof, so I'm just going to select it, then I'll drag it back this way with our arrow. And then we actually are going to want it to be extended about a foot bigger than our wall here. So our wall is 24 feet, and so I'm going to make this roof go to -25 feet, and that should give us a overhang of 1 foot on the other side. On the extrusion start, I'm going to make it 1 foot, and that gives us our 1 foot overhang on the front side. And then it's the same thing. We'll attach the walls up to the roof. And you have your gambrel. Sometimes this is called a barn roof. The official name is the gambrel roof though. And so it has 2 different pitches.